Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video we're going to be looking at MMTLP and a new wave of legal subpoenas that are coming. We're also going to be looking at news with regard to Tesla, which is bullish, and also the latest developments and updates for GME Gamestop, as well as an update in terms of the shareholder meeting. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, headline here from investing.com, we can see that the US Treasury Secretary Yellen has stated that we are creating jobs at a very rapid pace, and she believes that inflation will continue to come down. So let's have a look at the history of inflation in the United States over the previous 12 months. So if we go back as far as May 2023, inflation at that time was a 12-month high at 4%, and we can see it has come down steadily. Since then, August it was 3.7, it did come down to 3.1% in January 2024, and it has gone up since then, but since March, April and May we have seen 3 monthly declines, which is positive, and I think the markets did react quite well to that yesterday. So let's now have a look at news with regard to David Lauer, who's got some insights and intel on the cap funding. So what he stated here is that the Senate rider to block the cap was not included in the Senate funding bill, and he's also been told that there was a misunderstanding and that there was no actual intention to defund the cap by the Senate, and it would have made it through with the Democratic control. And he's also stated that being said, 2025 appropriations process in the House has begun, targeting all the new SEC rules along with cap funding. So hopefully there is positive developments to come on that. Let's now move on to have a look at news with regard to Tesla. This was shared live in the Discord, and the headline here shared in the Discord that Tesla is surging 7% in the pre-market as Elon Musk's pay package was getting reapproval. So we can see here from Yahoo Finance, Elon Musk drama intensifies as Tesla shareholders vote on his $56 billion pay package, and we can see their instant reaction in the share price up close to 7%. And shout out here to Pulte, who's also stated he's just bought $1 million worth of Tesla shares. He states that Elon deserves the pay package and Tesla may now become the biggest company ever. What I'd like to start with is a follow-up to one of the previous videos where we looked at potential huge news about to drop. So what Curtis has done, he's tagged in a tweet from David Lauer, where David stated is, if you have an example of a stock being halted that shouldn't have been, or a stock not being halted when it should have been, then you can tell me. But what Curtis has done, tagging in David, is saying, first of all, it's hard to think of one off the top of my head, but wouldn't it be crazy if one of the FINRA market regulation advisory members was aware, and instead of revealing the truth, they attempted to deflect and dismiss the circumstances of a highly publicized instance. So potentially, I think what Curtis is talking about here is the U3 halt that was obviously issued by FINRA, and he's also a suggestion here that potentially somebody inside of FINRA was aware of the actual truth, the real reasons behind that. In terms of going forward, I think if this person is disclosed, we find out who this person is, and this person could let's say become a whistleblower, then I think that could definitely be huge news. At the moment it looks like this person may not be coming out, but I think if there is some circumstantial evidence, or there are some statements confirming that is the case, then certainly I think that will be a huge development. So we will have to wait and see. But let's now move on to news with regard to the subpoenas. But what Mark has posted here is, first of all, the MMTLP community is now in hypergear, going flat out. So he's talking about something here that is followed on with. First of all, we're looking at first of all, we're looking at a first round of subpoenas in the Florida RICO case, and that was Intercoastal Waterways versus Trade Station. And in response to a question from Walter, so have a look at what Walter stated here in response to Mark's post is who are the subpoenas from and who are they to, and are they MMTLP related? So confirmation here with regard to subpoenas, but what Mark has stated is, first of all, they can't disclose to who or whom they are, but they all directly relate to MMTLP. So that's the huge development there, and it will be interesting once we find out these details. But what Big Blue has stated, is there anything you can share? And he stated here in response, the first wave of subpoenas are out, so we will have to wait and see what happens with regard to that, but I am expecting some positive news. And finally, I'd like to finish up by having a look at the latest developments for ticker symbol GME Gamestop. This is a stock that has been featured in a number of previous videos, so go ahead and check those out. And what I now can share is a post earlier that I shared with regard to the GameStop annual shareholder meeting. This was originally scheduled for June 13, 2024, but what I've stated here is that the annual meeting has now been rescheduled 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Friday, June the 14th, 2024. So in terms of the reason for this, what we can see here from Stock Market News is that the service for GameStop annual shareholder meeting crashed due to overwhelming interest, according to CNBC. And as far as I'm concerned, I think this interest would have been significantly from the retail investors. What Stock Market News have also stated is, tagging Elon Musk is asking the question, potentially X should launch an investor relations business fix problems to look at situations like this. So what I now like to share with you is a post that I shared live in the Discord. This is from Roaring Kitty, and it was just an image. In response to that image, we went straight to the chart, and we have a look at the chart here. As soon as that post was shared, there was an instant spike in the share price for ticker symbol GME. So it's always important to be aware of the live breaking news. As soon as that news comes in, you can either see a significant spike or a significant decline, but in this case it was good news, and we can see at that time of that post it was trading at $28.93 and on the way up. So great news there. But let's now finish off by having a look at the latest short sale volume data provided by FINRA for ticker symbol GME, and we can see still the short volume for GME is huge. On the 11th of June it was just in excess of 68.89 million, and it's currently gone up and it's now just in excess of 72.1 million, and that's the latest data for the 12th of June 2024. So ticker symbol GME. If you would like to get breaking news as well as our daily stock alerts and our weekly watch list, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.